So, a Columbia University study uh, did a study on self-paced trainings. So that's courses, and this goes anything from digital courses you would purchase from like a digital marketer all the way down to self-paced courses for like college degrees, like training certifications, etc. And 60% of people had intentions of completing it, but there's only about 3 to 15% of those that take self-paced trainings actually complete them. Now, what I've seen in my experience, and I've been doing this for about a decade, is about 5% actually do something with what they get. There's like endorphins that you get just from buying something, and people get excited, and then the rah rah, and it wears off, and then they're waiting for more motivation, and motivation is not going to keep you moving. You have to inspire yourself to move forward because motivation dies quick. It's discipline and inspiring yourself. I had a call the other day with an agent that she found us through, I think, Instagram, or somebody mentioned her. She did some research, and we ended up on the phone together. So we had a conversation. Actually, no, this one wasn't the phone. This one was she was on my DMs. So we were going back and forth on the DMs. She said, such and such a person in West Palm Beach told me about you. I'm like, don't know who that is. Name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. She said, yeah, she bought your program, and she was asking me about, my success, because this individual did a lot of stuff on social media, did some other things, and she was like grilling her on that. And she happened to mention that she was in the new construction buyer attraction playbook, and it was mentioned how the training shows you how to predictably attract luxury new construction buyers in and out of state. So the young lady asked her, well, how's it going for you? And she said, oh, well, I haven't started yet. My part-time job or my full-time job's been keep me busy, and I just been in my own way. So she proceeded to ask her, well, why haven't you gotten started? Like, you want to win here, you want to start selling more homes, you want to start having more success in your real estate career. You're asking me what I'm doing that's working, but you're not doing what you already committed to yourself to do. And that is not uncommon. I see that a whole lot. And that's the main thing that I want folks to realize. Just because you buy a training, or you have access to a training, doesn't mean the training is actually going to be complete. You have to actually put the work in, and you have to do it. That is so often overlooked. Now, typically, if you look at price points, it'll be a lot less of an investment to do it on your own. The only challenge is you have to trust yourself to be able to do it. Now, I have seen some rock stars that, as a matter of fact, in the last week, we did a site visit out in Haines City, and the agent on site went through the program within 7 days. Now, mind you, full time. She's got 2 toddlers under the age of 4. She's married, full time on site. She went and knocked it out, and that's the fastest I think I've seen anybody do it that has come to us and said so. So if you're a go-getter and you can just follow instructions, you absolutely can. But if you need a little hand-holding, which, regardless of how it is, if you know you're the type of person that needs to sit in a room and have your hand held to understand something, and then you get it, that's where you need to be. That's typically a higher investment. So I'll use me as an example. When I got my real estate license, I knew I couldn't sit down and I couldn't sit in real estate class on my laptop and do well. It's just not going to happen, because I'm going to get distracted. I'm going to go do some business. I'm going to do something else. So I had to force myself to sit in a room for 7 days for 8 hours a day to go through the entire training and fast track it. The advantage of that is now I'm out of my own way. I fast tracked it, one and done. If that is how you are, that's how you are. If you know how you work, that's how you work. That's the key. Because if you continue to stand in your way, it's not beneficial to anybody. If you give somebody your money and you commit to doing something and you don't do it, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. So the key is you have to actually implement. And if you have to come to grips with, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it. Let me go in person and get help to get it done. That's what you need to do. Stop waiting. if you're going through any of our trainings, or if you're going through a training at all, stop waiting, implement it. If you need help, then go the next level to get the help, because you made it this far. It's like running a race and you're almost at the finish line. You're like, I'm just going to stop and walk the other way. Nobody's done that in the history of ever, but yet many people end up doing that. So I encourage you, if you want to attract new construction, luxury new construction buyers, you've been in your way, life's excuse after reason after excuse after reason. If you're serious, if you want to win and you don't want to go back to full-time job, part-time job, hearing family, friends be like, I knew that real estate thing wasn't going to work. Tampa, October 23rd through 25th. We're going to have it somewhere. October 23rd through 25th. 3-day event. We are going to walk you through the entire process. You will set up your new construction marketing campaigns. You will understand marketing, and we will guide you through the process on top of the mind share in the room. When you're in the room with like-minded agents on your level or above and have hands-on, there is nothing like that energy in the room when you can get all of your questions answered, because even with a self-paced training, you don't know what you don't know. I can give you the training and you can go through and be like, okay, I got it. But there's so much outside of that you don't know, because we're not having a conversation. We're not having dialogue. You're not dialoguing with other people in the room. So that's super important. So stop waiting. Click on the link in the bio and we will make sure that you get the info you need. You and I'll have a conversation. Side note, if you are in the Tampa Bay area and you decided not to evacuate, or you are further inland, be safe. I happen to be having planned other things before this. Just fell in the right time. Praying everybody's safe. But I'll see y'all when I get back.